So Mousy and Soldier are sitting by a fire, and the fire is way big, and it's way too hot, and they're too close to it, and it's making them entirely uncomfortable, and it's like way too hot, and they're yelling and screaming and arguing about getting back from the fire because it's way too hot and they can't stand it. They're way too close, but they're too lazy to back up a couple of feet just to get away from the heat from the fire. So they decide that they're just going to endure it. They're just going to wait it out until the fire dies down and just suffer through it being way too hot while they're way too close. And then they end up deciding that maybe they don't have to be so lazy, that they could just make it maybe just a little bit back, a little bit away from the fire, so that they'd be okay and they don't have to suffer so bad. It would be a little bit better if they could just get like a foot back. They don't have to be that lazy. So they decide that they're going to move back a little bit and just not be lazy, just a little bit. And they move back from the fire, and they end up deciding that it felt so good to keep moving back away from the heat from the fire that was terrorizing them. It was way too hot and they were way too close. And as they kept moving back, they decided not being lazy was a good thing. And they went way back from the fire, and they decided never to be lazy again, that they couldn't believe that they just did that and suffered with the heat of the fire way too close, basically burning them. And they're never going to be lazy again, and they celebrate, yay, and we did it, and we're never going to be lazy again, and we got away from the fire that was too hot and we were too close, and it was good that we're not lazy. But, oh wait, hold on a second. Now we're too far back from the fire, and we're getting cold. So maybe we should get a little closer to the fire. We're not lazy anymore, so it's easy. We can do that because we're not going to be lazy anymore. So they get back closer to the fire, and they're going, and they're going, and they're getting closer to the fire, and they get back way too close to the fire again, and they're too lazy to back up again, and they sit there and decide to deal with being too close to the fire, and it's way too hot, and they just suffer through it, and that's the end.